so freaking bad. Wrestle me.
Welcome, everybody, to Juice Pro Wrestling episode 196. Beautiful Disaster. With us, the one, the fucking only public animal, number one, the human meat grinder himself, the XPW king of the motherfucking Deathmatch Champion, Shlak. How the fuck are you, brother?
Not only Shlak, come on. So, you nailed it.
You know, I was going to squeeze it in, but I fucked up. Hey, whatever.
Save it for the fucking end. We'll save it for the end. Oh.
How's life treating you tonight, man?
Oh, I know that there's no tornado watch here, so I'm not doing too fucking bad.
Yeah, we might get fucking swept under the rug, so to speak, or washed away. So, whatever. Life's a bitch, and then you die, right?
That show Oz, I think that's the greatest show of all time.
Never watched Oz. Sren, you catch that shit?
No.
A lot of full frontal male nudity, if you're into that stuff. It's 2022, though. You know what I mean?
I know a guy that is. His name's Chris Montez. I think you know him too. Said to tell you what up.
Man, Steel. Prison term.
Montez, man, he's still biting dicks any chance he gets.
Did he ever put off the Midwest Fuck Fest fucking thing?
Dude, no, it never came back.
I felt so bad for him. I know he was drowning after that one show. He got fucked when they had to move the fucking venues.
Yeah.
Chris rules. I like that.
Chris, a good time. He's fucking definitely a good time. He's trying to hit me up, get me to go to fucking Rick Astley with him and New Kids on the Block.
Really?
Yeah. What's that?
Actually dead. Didn't he die? They're going to use a cardboard cutout or the Dio laser fucking hologram thing.
Dude, that Dio shit was weird, man.
Dude, I played Vakken. I forgot what fucking year it was, but that year they did the hologram Dio thing there. They spent $1 million on that fucking thing. $1 million.
Yeah, that shit ain't cheap. They did one Eazy-E, I know they did one. They did one Zappa recently. Yeah, man, that shit ain't fucking cheap, brother. I mean, but that'd be cool. We all die, we just come back as fucking holograms, you know? Fuck it.
I watched it. I mean, I was like really fucking high when I was watching it, but it seemed cool, right? And it was fucking raining, and there was like almost fucking a foot of mud in the entire like field where they were at the stages are, and you're like, your fucking shoes are getting caught in there. You know, I wasn't prepared for that shit. I've never been there before.
Right? You got some fresh kicks on. You're probably trying to keep them clean a little bit.
I mein, I'm on tour in other countries, and you know, I got enough shit on me already. Like literally hitting me.
Was that with Eat the Turnbuckle?
Yeah. We played with Iron Maiden that year, dude. I know it's insane to even say it. It doesn't even feel like real. Eat the Turnbuckle, we played with Iron Maiden. My favorite band of the entire fucking festival. We played with Foreigner. You know, dude, I'm a huge Foreigner mark.
Me too, man. Dirty white boy.
They have like over 20 number one hits in the United States. That's pretty fucking serious, dude.
Yeah.
Like their greatest hits album, and you know every single song, even if you didn't know it was by fucking Foreigner.
Fuck yeah. Foreigner's the shit, dude.
I'm like chiseling away at my cool points, but you know. I only listen to death metal and grindcore.
Dude, I get that shit all the time. I work with fucking one of the refs from Warrior Wrestling, and this dude's always giving me shit because like he'll say a band that sucks, like Nickelback or some shit like that. And I'm like, I don't want to fucking hear about that. And then he's like, well, I'm sorry, it's not. Rah, 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 rah. And I'm like, man, you're a fucking idiot, dude, if you think that's all I like. May give Sretton a hard time about listening to Dave Matthews, but that's another story for another time. Dude, so June 25th, man, XPW. And before we get to the pay-per-view Beautiful Disaster, which everybody can order via Fight fucking TV right now, what's going on with the belt situation, man?
Oh, I mean, Rob, we had a discrepancy they gave me that piece of shit trophy. I mean, I knew what he was intending on doing with that. If you rewind back to the original King of the Death matches in like, what was it, 2004 or something, or 2002, I don't know, for the XPW when Supreme won it. That was the same exact trophy Supreme won. That's why he got the same exact trophy made. But I don't give a shit about that. I wanted the fucking goddamn Supreme belt. That's the whole fucking prize there. And then they tried to make me this like placeholder belt and fucking threw that thing aside. But there's a new one getting made. It's not the Supreme XPW King of Deathmatch Championship belt, but hopefully it'll go down in history as the Shlak XPW King of the Deathmatch belt.
It's looking that way, brother. It's looking that way. And speaking of that last pay-per-view, dude, your match with Dirty Ron, another good brother, good friend of the show. Dude, that match was, for me, that was like the match of the night. I mean, you guys both major players on that card, both had the fucking fans going wild. You know, Dirty Ron pulls out the gimmick bag, right? The bag of Coke.
That wasn't the only bag of Coke going around.
Yeah.
Might have been gimmick, but.
Right. Like, what was it, Cheech and Chong, where he's like, man, my sister gave me this bag of Coke, and it's like Ajax or some shit.
Girl's like,
shout out to Tommy Chong. We just had him on last week, dude. He's fucking awesome. But that match and everything, dude, like, it was just, like I said, man, that was fucking the match of the night for me. And then everybody who knows anything about Deathmatch, I mean, come on, dude, you're like the fucking poster boy, the newest king. You're like the marquee fucking name when it comes to Deathmatch wrestling, in my opinion, you know, especially out here in the fucking States. What was that like? What going through the match with Dirty Ron, man? I mean, for you, just another day at the fucking office or what?
I was there to win the motherfucker. You know what I mean? I'm an XPW supporter since day one. You know, I think that company is, you know, doing shit that no other company right now is doing. They got XPW TV and shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If you follow that, I mean, a lot of people, that shit's free on Fight. You know, watch those episodes, because if you watch that, you will understand XPW way more than just tuning in and watching it for the matches. There's so many like underlying jokes and dumb skit bullshit. You know what I mean? It's like how wrestling was in the fucking 90s. You know, and I think that's something that's lost on the independents nowadays. You know, you got it. Plus, it's the resurgence of XPW. You know, you got like classic legendary guys coming back and making appearances, like Angel, Hardcore Homo, and Vic Grimes fell off the fucking scaffolding with New Jack, his claim to fame.
Yeah.
Was making like he's getting honored and making an appearance at this Beautiful Disaster on the 25th. You know, you got some of the fucking original fucking hot ass XPW girls like Veronica Kane and Jasmine St. Clair. And you got coming like Misha Montana. You know, who the fuck doesn't like porn chicks and fucking ultraviolets? XPW's got something for everyone. It's fucking counterculture. You know, and who doesn't like counterculture? But you know what? Shlak has always represented the goddamn underground in any fucking medium I do. And I'm sure as fuck going to represent the underground. And the underground of wrestling is XPW.
Fuck yeah, brother. What was it like?
You know, had to teach Rod a lesson. He's stealing my motherfucking flaming elbow, but Shlak's the king of the goddamn fucking flaming elbow.
What do you think about this recent shit that's come up with what Ron's been saying with GCW and all that shit?
Oh, I mean, I think it's a little one-sided who's eating the shit on that one. Yes, he made bullshit fucking COVID tests, but you know, who's using the COVID test? But whatever, I don't know. But that, you know, I don't even give a fuck. In all honesty, whatever is what it is. You know, you ask me to fucking work somewhere, I'm going to go work there. That's on you. You know, if you want to hire me, I'm not jumping through the hoops. You know the fuck where I'm at. That's on the company hiring me. But Ron fucked up because Ron mentioned a bunch of wrestlers' names that didn't need to be fucking brought to light. So, but we would have took care of that in the fucking locker room. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Now it exploded, and you know, I don't know what the fuck is going to happen, but That's on them, man. Leave me the fuck out of it, dude.
Right on. For sure, brother. For sure. What was it like getting that call? How did that the recruitment process, if there was a process, go? When Rebirth was coming out and Ron was announced that XPW was coming back. Well, how did that happen with you, man? And what was your reaction to that?
Well, I heard through the grapevine, through Matt Justice and Nance, they were saying, and then I checked out. I was like, oh, fuck, sick. Well, the dude Will, Kleinrock's like replacement, Will,
Yeah.
XPW, like Rob Black's lackey that gets tormented all the time. Will, fucking Rob asked Will, like, who's the new guys that we should check out? And Will is a punker, and he likes trash music and all that shit, and he likes deathmatch wrestling. And he was like, you need to check out this dude Shlak. He's perfect for XPW. And a couple like diehard fucking deathmatch fans, like Anthony Massa. I don't know if you ever seen that dude. He's got the scorpion tattooed on the side of his face.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
He would go to like Rob's fucking burger joint in Rochester, and he was talking to Rob. He's like, you need to get this guy Shlak. He's a big Shlak fan, apparently. You need to get this fucking dude. And that's, all those early dudes fed me, and they were like, this guy is walking XPW. And sure enough, obviously it's the most rotten wrestling, so of course I'm going to like it the most.
Fuck yeah. Would you ever want to challenge Brian Cage for the world championship?
I fear no fucking man. I'll slap that. I'll just make sure my cycle's bigger than his on the next match.
Yeah, that's what I want to fucking do. So, dude, big fucking Joe, you got him coming up. You're defending the fucking belt against him. Hopefully, I mean, you win. You're going to get the proper fucking championship for this one, or, you might have to handle things in the back personally. But what's your take on big fucking Joe?
Joe's a formidable opponent. He's a big motherfucker. I wrestled Joe in the UK, like, I don't know, 6 months ago. I sucked with time, obviously, especially, you could tell by, I didn't even know what the fuck time it was there. You're an hour ahead. I thought you were 3 hours ahead. Anyway,
get together.
Or behind, rather. I wrestled for Rise. I wrestled Big Joe and Rise in the UK like 6 months ago, I think.
Yeah.
He was the better man that night. But, dude, I was on a fucking 12-hour plane, and I had to get a train ride and 2 bus rides and right to the fucking venue to wrestle the guy. So I was a little beaten to shit before I even got in the fucking ring. But don't worry. Joe's the one getting on the fucking airplanes this time, and hopefully Rob makes him take a train for no goddamn fucking reason. Now Shlak, him the fuck around. I am not leaving that goddamn arena in the Derby room in Pomona without that fucking belt. Especially before I get the fucking belt handed to me. That's not happening.
Right. Dude, you've done so many fucking death matches. And I actually just caught an interview you did with who was it? Actually Lars from Rancid and Petey Williams. And you were talking about there was like only one fucking thing that you wouldn't sign off on. It was like that Carnage Cup shit. Because they were one you fucking, what was it? They were gonna have a fucking kiddie pool full of snapping turtles and shit.
Yeah, it was supposed to be like a at the lake vacation death match or some fucking cockamamie thing. And I'm down for whatever. But he was like, I was like, what the hell does that entail? And he said, well, it's gonna be like fishing hooks on fishing line around the ropes. I'm like, all right, that sounds fucking
It's rough. Rather take some gussets than that shit.
And then it was like, what else? I don't know. But anyway, he was like, and there's going to be a pool, a kiddie pool with snapping turtles. And I'm like, dude, they'll cut your fucking finger right off if you pick that thing up. I don't give a shit about PETA at all.
Yeah.
Of course, I don't want to fuck the turtle up unless I'm eating the goddamn thing. But, I ain't risking getting my fucking finger snapped off for some hillbilly fucking promotion in the, fucking Alabama somewhere. Not cutting on Alabama because I actually love fucking Alabama. It's awesome down there. But,
yeah, fuck that.
People, it's fucking Carnage Cup. Show me the goddamn money and I'll roll around in the goddamn snapping turtle cage. But
well, that's dude. You got a good point, man. I've raised fucking snapping turtle from like the size of a quarter to pretty decent before I fucking let it loose. But I fucking love those things because their attitude is like fuck you, you know, like, and they got the balls to back it up with.
Fucking dinosaurs, dude.
Exactly, dude. Mud dragons, man. And not only will they take your fucking finger off, but that thing gets like a side piece of you or anything. A big enough fucking snapper dude's gonna take a chunk, a pound of flesh, if you will.
I haven't been fucking abused and hurt enough, for Christ's sakes. I need to be bit by turtles too. Oh man.
It sounds, I had to bring it up because it sounded so ridiculous, dude. It's like, come on.
I'm not surprised though. It's the world of wrestling is fucking insane, obviously. That's why I like
dude. So here's a funny little story. We had Casanova Valentine on the show. And this is something I need a little verification, a little truth, you know, from the horse's mouth, if you will. What's that?
Oh, I watched the episode.
So you might know where I'm going with this.
What do you need verifying?
Well, he's talking about how you lost your teeth, dude, and you're not a fan of baseball.
No, I don't like baseball. I like baseball bats. And, you know, I don't think there's enough. I like when they charge the mound when the pitcher throws a ball at somebody. I guess that's cool. But yeah, you want to know how? I mean, dude, I've had my front teeth knocked out like 3 times. That's why I just given up. I don't even wear. I used to have a partial. You know,
yeah.
Anymore. Who cares? And dude, if I go to court, I don't even wear a tie or anything anymore. I just wear a t-shirt because I'm getting the maximum fucking sentence no matter what anyway, just because of the way I look. So, you know, I'm like, who needs teeth at this point anyway either? But yeah, when I was younger, I got in a fucking fist fight with a dude and he picked up a fucking ball, a baseball, and I turned around. He winged it at me. I turned right around and ate the fucking ball with my mouth. And I knocked out. But yeah, to this day, when I close my eyes, dude, I see a fucking baseball flying in my face. That's like some traumatizing shit, dude. And then they got him. Ironically, my mom worked at the dentist's office when I was younger. Now, but she's retired. So she got him. They root canaled my teeth and they put my teeth back in my mouth. But they had no roots. But because I was young, my fucking, like around 16 years old, my gums held onto the teeth. Fast forward to I'm like 21. I get in a fucking fight with a dude. I get punched like here. And because they were in my mouth so long, I get punched right here. And one of the teeth fell out. That guy left in a fucking ambulance. And I got the other one pulled out. I got the partial. And, you know, dude. So who cares? I give up.
So I think, you know, if anybody was smart, maybe if Big fucking Joe was smart, he shows up with a sack of baseballs.
Right. I'll run right away out of that fucking ring. Nightmare, dude. That's a nightmare.
Dude, so my buddy Stone was just at the Decibel Metal and Beer Festival this past weekend. And he said he saw you there, dude. What were some of the highlights of that shit for you?
I wanted to. You ever hear that band Sam Squeezkabog or whatever?
Sanguisugabog. Yeah, we've had the vocalist on our show.
Okay. I never got to see him. I didn't get to see him. They were too fucking early. So I had to go meet Rob at the ECW arena because there was some lucha thing and Rob Black was there and I went to go meet him beforehand. And, you know, I'm pretty, you know, not to spill the beans, but I think XPW is going to do a return show to the ECW arena in fucking Philly. I don't know when the date is or anything, but that's a word on the street. Well, anyway, I was there beforehand. Then I went to so I called it All Else Failed was awesome. I don't know if you're into those guys, but I know a couple dudes that used to play in that band. So I don't like that Full Hell band. That's not really my shit.
That's my buddy Stone. That's his fucking band too. And he gave me some of their beer. He brought me back and he's like, I know you don't fuck with them, so maybe I shouldn't give you these. Their beer might be good.
Cannibal Corpse beer was Amber Smashed Face.
I have some of that.
But dude, Nuclear Assault, dude. I mean, Red Chord, I like the first and some of the second album. You know, the first album was good. It was, you know, the drumming was awesome on the first album. Come on, you got to give that dude that. But
I think didn't Longstreth do some with them? I wanted. Maybe I'm wrong. Someone could fucking correct me when they see this and call me a fucking idiot. But I thought John Longstreth recorded some with them. One of their albums. I don't know. Not a huge fan of them guys, man.
Like I said, I'll admit the first album's got some shit, but you know, they played the whole Clients album. You know,
Yeah.
Nuclear fucking Assault, dude. You know, that's a legendary band, dude. They were awesome. They sounded great. And then Corpse was good. You know, I love Cannibal Corpse. I'm a diehard guy. I mean, I'm a Barnes guy, but you know, and so they played the same exact set list as their last tour that they went around with, and that's Barnes songs, dude. Hammer Smash Face and Strip Raped and Strangled. So I was kind of like, you know, I just give me some axe murder or something for Christ's sakes.
Yeah. I get back. I got my axe. Fuck yeah, I love that shit, dude. Dude, I'm with you though, because for years and years and years, man, like Barnes, like vocally for me was one of, you know, him, Lord Worm, and a bunch of other guys who were my main influences. But man, just it's sad to see how bad his voice has deteriorated. And then you get the marks that are such Barnes marks. And trust me, dude, I was one of the biggest. But you can't deny what you're hearing. And they're like these marks out there saying that fucking, well, he's just doing that for effect. He's to sound like, no, he's not, dude. He can't fucking do the vocals anymore. You know, the guy's, what's that?
Under shit you're talking about?
Huh?
6 feet under shit you're talking about?
Yeah.
All shot the fuck out. Yeah. It's pretty like, oh, come on, Chris.
And it sucks because Jack Owen's back with him, you know?
I mean, even the fucking riffs on that album, that new album, are kind of like, did you just get a paycheck, Jack? You know what I mean? Because it definitely don't sound like when he was in Deicide and they did that Stench Your Redemption album. I mean, that was like fucking some of the best shit Jack Owen ever did, in my opinion, you know. But Deicide's another animal.
But, dude, I've really grown to love like Corpse Grind. I was a big like Monstrosity fan back in the day too, man. And
I'm not taking anything from Corpse anything away from Corpse Grinder, but you know, to me, I'm sure you too. Barnes is like the fucking the epitome. That Barnes Corpse era. That when I think of death metal, that's the first thing that pops in my head. The visuals, like dude, Butchered at Birth, dude. The artwork is 1,000,000% death metal. The vocals, the fucking music, everything about that shit is so goddamn death metal that unfortunately, I don't care how fucking great Corpse Grinder is or Cannibal Corpse is at this point in time or who's playing guitar. To me, you'll never live up to that shit. You know what I'm saying? But
yeah, dude.
Away from the guys. That new album was fucking awesome, you know?
Oh, yeah. Dude, for me, though, like, I think a lot of people, The Bleeding, I mean, that's in my fucking playlist, like, at least once or twice a week, like, the whole record. But you want to talk about how, like, death metal vocals, like, this scariest, deepest, like, most brutal fucking vocals, Tomb of the Mutilated, dude. Like, holy fuck.
Like, Barnes was, you know, when he was in the heyday there, Barnes was like, I mean, he basically started that over the top, super, you know,
guttural.
Right. You know, and something to be said about Corpse Grinder's longevity and still sounds awesome, still killing it. And, you know, Barnes took a shit.
Yeah, he smoked too much dope, man.
I just, what's disturbing is, it's like, all right, dude, Chris, you put out some of the best albums ever. Even some of those early 6 Feet Under albums I like.
Yeah, dude, fuck yeah.
You couldn't tell when you heard that record, you were like, man, maybe that's not that good. Maybe I shouldn't release that shit. You're so fucking up your own ass that you're like, dude, that shit's sick. That's the new shit.
That's like Glenn Danzig. Dude, I'm a huge fucking Danzig fan, but you listen to how the music sounds and shit, and some of his vocals are recorded on these last several albums, and it's like, you know that this motherfucker just has, both of them probably just a bunch of yes men around him, you know? Like, give me fucking Rick Rubin back with Danzig, and let's see what the fuck happens, you know?
Like Metallica, they got yes to death so much that they made an album. Who was that jerk off? Lou Reed. Didn't they make an album with him?
Oh yeah, from Velvet Underground.
They got yes to that so much that that Metallica thought it was a good idea to make an album with Lou Reed. No one was like, "Yo, that's a piece of shit, dude. You guys might not release that." Everyone's like, "Dude, that was sick, dude. It's gonna be killer."
Dude, that sucks. And dude, when they cut their fucking hair and did Load and Reload, like even the Black album. I mean, come on.
I'm not really a fan of the Black album. You like that?
No. That's what I'm saying. I hated that shit when it came out, and I was never the biggest Metallica fan, right? But dude, I mean, I wish, and I just had this discussion with my bandmates the other night. What would they have been like if Cliff survived, you know?
He'd be embarrassed. He'd be another band probably.
Yeah. Either that or he'd fucking kick their ass or some shit.
You know what, something interesting to say, Goldberg, the dude that does vocals and Eat the Turnbuckle and Bail Up 13 and the new band I'm in, the Crippler. I was talking to Jay at band practice, and he goes, maybe those new vocals, or those super cracked horseshit vocals on the new 6 Feet Under, maybe Barnes is doing that as a rib on purpose. And he's like, this is the new shit. Just like when he made the original guttural fucking death metal vocal, that was the new shit, and that was a rip, and it caught on. And maybe this is the new one. Maybe he's got us all worked.
It ain't working for me, brother. I'll tell you.
It's funny. I hope that's the truth. I hope that's because I want to believe that he's not, so self-absorbed that he thinks that sounds good.
Right. And the fucked up thing is dude, he's got a hell of a band behind him. I mean, he's basically had Lord Marco on fucking drums. I don't know who the other fucking bass player or anything is, but dude, he got a fucking hell of a band he's had behind him forever.
You hear that new Waking the Cadaver album with Lord Marco on drums?
No, I haven't.
So you got to, I don't know what your reservations are about Waking the Cadaver. They got I think they got a bad rap with the Hot Topic stuff. But new album, dude, is fucking nasty. And I'm in one of the videos, so.
Oh, so okay, Shlak, trying to fucking work a brother here. I thought we were cool.
I know those guys forever, dude. You're from Jersey.
In the fucking video, yeah, Jersey boys. I get it, man. You hang out with Kevin Smith ever?
No.
I said no. Dude, while we're still on the subject of fucking music, you're a huge fucking GG Allin fan. And I've long said, and I remember seeing you, like, we were talking earlier about Montez and Midwest Fuck Fest back when I was doing Decrypt with him and my other band, Moist and Disciples. I remember, I think it was Eat the Turnbuckle. You guys played, right?
I was called Paramedics.
That was called, yes, there it is. Call the Paramedics. I remember seeing you guys, you're fucking like stapling yourself fucking dollars and just crazy fucking shit, dude. It's like Deathmatch on stage, but it very much reminded me of GG because it's like that, just I don't give a fuck attitude. Like, come at me, I'll fuck you in the ass, whatever. I'll staple some shit, light you on fire. Brother, I fucking love GG. I know you love GG. How the fuck did you start getting into him? And give us a little bit on your history on your punk rock background, man.
Dude, I've been playing music since I was like 16 years old. And I mean, when I was a kid, I had some I was good friends with my buddy's older brother. Mm-hmm. And he would feed us a bunch of good shit, you know what I mean, all the time. And I have 3 older brothers, and they turned me on to that shit real young. You know what I mean? So everyone's like listening to AC/DC and Weird Al, and I'm listening to, like, my brothers are like, hey, this is fucking GG Allin. This guy eats shit. You don't listen to that stuff. Listen to this. I'm like, yeah, dude. Oh my God. I remember you remember Satan's Sideshow?
Yeah.
Like all the serial killer art, and he made a lot of GG shit. Well, I had a GG clock, and the time, the arms on the clock, like a bottle of Jim Beam and a syringe, and all the numbers on the clock were like written in shit. And I remember my mom coming in my room when I was like 17 years old or whatever, 16 years old. And she's like, what is this? I was like, that's GG Allin. That guy eats shit.
Hey, Mom, that guy eats shit.
I was like, this is your fucking hero? I'm like, unfortunately, yeah. So, a steady dose of GG Allin and ultra violent, and like fucking Japanese deathmatch wrestling and Abdul the Butcher and Bruiser Brody. You mash all that shit together and you get a Shlak.
For sure. Dude, you're what about ANTiSEEN?
Oh, come on, fucking legends, dude. The last time Eat the Turnbuckle did a European tour, we linked up with ANTiSEEN and we did like 4 shows in like around the Netherlands area and like northern Germany.
Yeah.
And, there's a song online. There's we play Murder Junkie song. I think we might have played Highest Power, and Clayton does vocals for it.
Yeah. Dude, he's awesome. He's also been on the show, man. Had some really cool stories about hanging with GG, and like it was really cool because everybody has this perception of GG, right? I mean, just like he was the Antichrist. Like in my opinion, there's never nobody that can touch him. Chris Montez might come a little close sometimes, but dude, he like humanized him, which was weird. And he talked about and just how he like, like dude was a person that, yeah, he was over the top like nobody else had ever been, but said he had, like showed emotion, like in feeling, and they had some like sensitive moments. And I'm like, with GG Allin, like that's fucked up. And thank you for sharing that with me because as cool as it is to believe that and maybe or know that he was like a piece of shit scumfuck, it's even cooler to know that, yeah, all that shit aside, like dude was probably fucking cool ass dude, Dude, you look at that stuff and obviously the guy was like a shock rock dude, and in that time in society, it was like everyone was ramping shock rock up through the fucking roof. Howard Stern and there's the whole spectrum of entertainment. So yeah, of course that's going to happen in music too. And he's the ultimate fucking punk rocker, dude. The guy didn't give 2 fucks about anyone's opinion. He did whatever he wanted, and he did it 100% and jammed it up everyone's fucking asses. I say, the difference between like West Coast and East Coast punk rock, I found like West Coast punk rock was always like positivity and unity and, everyone together. And I feel like East Coast punk rock was always like, fuck you, you're a piece of shit, I rule, you suck. And, Gigi's from the East Coast, Yeah. For sure, dude. California kids are all like, yeah, we got money. We're not really angry. And then the East Coast kids are like, we're fucking poor and the government's shitting all over us. Fuck you.
And now we're going to shit on you back. How's that sound?
What are some of your favorite punk bands growing up?
Favorite punk bands growing up? I mean, I guess the greatest punk band of all time is The Exploited. In my personal opinion, Exploited's like super punk, dude. Everyone, 2-foot fucking red mohawks, and every single song is about fuck the cops and fuck the government and destroy everything. And I mean, it's basically thrash metal, really. If you listen to The Exploited, just super simple fucking thrash metal, especially the newer albums that have came out within the last, 15 years or so that like Beat the Bastards and a couple more, the ones with the bone skull and the bone mohawk. But let's see, Exploited, I like Rancid Fat. You ever hear that band?
I've heard the name. I haven't never checked them out.
Like all those were my favorite. Like Confederacy Scum was like ANTiSEEN, GG, Cocknoose.
Yeah.
You ever hear of the Tunnel Rats? There's a band called Lime Cell. You ever hear of Lime Cell?
Yeah.
That's probably not. They're from Philly, so I've seen them a bunch of times. I kind of grew up on that band, but not just because that. It's like it's more rock and roll than it is punk, I guess. So it's straight up your ass, straightforward, galving. Fucking single song, that tempo. Every song's about getting drunk and pissing yourself and getting in fist fights. Is there more to life than getting drunk and pissing on yourself?
Drink, fight, and fuck. Let's go, motherfucker.
It's the fucking Bible, dude. It's the Bible.
Yeah.
Bands. I mean, like you said, ANTiSEEN, you know.
What really got you into
rock and roll, I think, right?
Yeah.
I mean, to that degree anyway, like the underground wrestling.
Fuck yeah. What spurred, like, I know how it is for me, and like you being on the East Coast, then, you know, you go from like that shit into transitioning into like grindcore and stuff, which, you know, what were some of the bands that you found that just fucking opened that door for you and blew your mind?
I mean,
like it was a lot of like the Swedish and Czech grind bands, like for me.
Absolutely. Like Entombed and shit. What do you think? They're death metal, but Regurgitate, like that.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
I don't know. It was like a slow build, you know. I think at first I might have been like, it's kind of noisy, and then it just progressively grew, and you get more extreme and more extreme, more unregistering vocals, more spastic. Next thing you know, it's like, oh, just blast beats the whole goddamn fucking time and scream bloody gore. You know what I mean? You know, now I listen to shit like, ever hear like City Hunter? Ever hear that band? Band from Colorado. It's like
Cephalic Carnage territory, man.
I just saw Len at Maryland Death Fest. I was at that last Maryland Death Fest, and we were getting high with Len and shit. That guy.
No shit.
He's a Turnbuckle fan. He booked us with Cephalic Carnage like years ago.
Really? They used to come around Chicago, and back in the days of like AOL Messenger and shit, I'd talk to John Merriman, the drummer. And so they come around with like fucking Gorgasm and shit, and just
fucking amazing, you know, legendary band.
Dude, I'd hang out in their van with them. We'd fucking smoke, and then we across the street, somebody lived there, and we were hanging out with all the bands and shit. Like Danzig was fucking cool as hell, dude. We were smoking big ass bongs. I loved it.
Remember when Cephalic Carnage, the bass player would wear the fucking horse head?
Yeah, fuck yeah, dude. You know what sucks about them? Dude, bro, they're still playing shows, but like they haven't released an album in fucking 12 years now.
I mean, dude, look at Repulsion, dude. Repulsion has one album, and that is the best album ever almost.
Yeah.
I don't get sick of that. I mean, there's certain bands that can do that, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's tough, man.
Yeah, for sure. But, you know, that's another band that, you know, at the beginning of grind, you know, getting the punker music. And I think thrash metal is like the next evolution of that, you know, and you're big into like the classic shit, like Exodus and stuff like that. And then you start into, you know,
DRI, something like that.
And then it's like Nuclear Assault, where it's getting towards grind. And then you're like, and then you hear like Horrified and Repulsion. You're like, holy fuck, what is this?
Yeah.
You know, you're listening to like Heinous Killings, where it's all like burping, guttural fucking Predator vocals and, you know.
Predator. What? These Predator vocals? Want some candy?
Wolf. Best vocalist ever. Heinous Killings, dude. That's my favorite grind band ever. Or they're more like glam almost, but I don't know.
I like some glam shit. You fuck with Sweet?
Sweet? Yeah, I mean, I've heard it's like
there's some heavy shit, man. I mean, they were
what's that fucking I said slam, by the way, not glam, but what's that fucking shit? Peacemaker. Did you see that shit with John Cena?
Yeah, dude.
What's the theme song? They're like,
do you really want to taste me? Or something like that.
Slam band from like the Netherlands or something, that song.
Yeah.
That's right.
They became millionaires like right after that show fucking debuted. You know, that song was bumping.
But I mean, if we're going to talk about glam metal, dude, a lot of those, does Wasp count as glam metal?
I don't know, man.
Lumped in, I think. I'm a big Wasp fan. I love Wasp. Chris Holmes is the fucking man, dude. I don't know if you heard his last project. I think he just died. But his last project, dude, it sounds like the fucking Mentors, dude. He sounds like El Duce.
No shit.
To you, dude. You'll be like, oh my God, I love Wasp now.
Dude, we got to play, Handsome Prick got to play with the Mentors. It's been like 4 years ago. They came out to Hammond, Indiana. Dude, would have been even better with El Duce, but it's still cool, man.
I did a tour with, or I did two tours with that. Ethan Turnbuckle did 2 tours with that. I got to watch Sicky Wife Beater play guitar, 3 weeks, every night for 3 weeks in a row, did for 2 tours, dude. It's like, that guy's like fucking God to me almost. He's on like 8 Oxycontins and still manages to fucking rip solos the entire set all night.
Yeah. Yeah, they were fucking good. It's just cool, man. Some fucking sleazy old bastards, living the gimmick.
Love it.
You have a chance to check out that video I sent you at all?
No, actually. No, you just reminded me.
Motherfucker, false flagging, Shlak. Gotta check out the prick, dude.
I suck. Don't worry, I'll do it, and I will give you a timely review. I should have did it for the show. Fuck. My bad.
Well, speaking of fucking shit I'm doing, and we're talking music and shit. I mean, dude, you've been in many bands. You got a new band coming out, man. New album coming out. What's going on with that? The Crippler, right?
It's being pressed right now. It's the Crippler. It's like fucking, I guess it's grind. It's a little of everything. Or grind. Every song's about like stabbing people and robbing people. Lots of blast beats. It's me playing guitar. Jay Goldberg from Eat the Turnbuckle that does vocals, and Bayluck 13. Evan Madden, he was the drummer in the band Crack House I was in before.
Mm-hmm.
The other guitar player is Dan O'Hare, who was in Total Fucking Destruction and Brutal Truth.
Yeah.
The bass player is Mike Hook, that was in Eat the Turnbuckle as well. But that album is called I'm Just Gonna Let Myself In. And
please do.
In the middle being pressed right now. The new video that we're about to drop in like a week. It's for the song Human Awfuls. You know what awfuls are?
Would you say awfuls or falafels?
Awfuls are like the stomach, the intestines. They cook that shit in like Italy and Spain and all those like old countries. They're called the awfuls. All the like, like tripe and shit like that.
Yeah. I know tripe.
They're called awfuls. So the song's called Human Awfuls, and it's about ripping fucking guts out and all that shit.
I like that. That's right up my alley.
I think you'll take it, dude.
Dude, I've been really, I got a guilty pleasure. I got to tell you, I want to see where you're at on this one. Cause I hated it growing up and when I say hated, I fucking hated this shit, but I've been digging the shit out of some Mercyful Fate, dude. Like the first 3 albums.
Dude, Corpse.
Oh, long live the motherfucking king, dude.
Hey, dude, Corpse without a soul, bro. Come on.
Yeah. I'm a ghost of soul. Dude, this shit rips. Satan.
When I was younger and I heard Mercyful Fate and King Diamond, I thought that was like cheesy. I thought he went
yeah.
I like falsetto vocals. Like I like fucking Iron Maiden, and I like Judas Priest.
Yeah.
I thought Diamond was a little too high. You know what I mean? But as the years went by, now I'm like Mercyful Fate's better than all that shit, and the King can't possibly go fucking high enough.
Dude, yeah, and not just that, like, and you find out, like, if you really pay attention, like, he's probably one of the better, like, storytellers. Like, imagine if that dude wrote wrestling, like, book wrestling or some shit.
I mean, dude, the guy looks like a goddamn wrestler.
I know, right? It's just
fucking King Diamond face paint rule, dude. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Dude, you gotta destroy someone like King Diamond for like the buff King Diamond for Halloween, like Shlak Diamond. But dude, those the music, like for being that early, like late 70s and early 80s, if you listen to like how punchy and just everything is in the mix really good, and the bass is just like on that in the beginning, dude, that Don't Break the Oath and Melissa, like holy shit.
I personally think Melissa is one of the greatest, most complete albums of all time in any genre of music, dude. From song 1 to how many songs are on there? 8?
Yeah, it's like 8.
Every single song is fucking amazing, unfathomably well orchestrated and written fucking epically. And every part of all the song, the solos are killer, the vocals are killer, the lyrics are fucking killer, the guitar riffs are fucking killer. That's like one of the greatest albums ever, I think.
Dude, I'm so like, it's so weird because I am like in love with this fucking band right now. You know, and it's like hard to find that anymore, especially as you get older. Like,
it don't really exist anymore, man. No one.
Some that really makes your shit stand up and motivate you, you know, especially as a guy who's trying to fucking do music himself. You know, it's like, man, dude, like they're so fucking good. That makes me want to get off my ass and like just fuck everything up, you know, like.
Dude, some of those riffs are fucking timeless, dude. There's so many good fucking. I mean, do you like the Metallica cover of the like medley of all the Mercyful Fate shit?
No, and it's funny you say that because I was watching it on YouTube and like King Diamond was doing it with them live like years ago, and it was like, man, King kind of sounded like shit. They all sounded like shit, but they were all playing Mercyful Fate dudes. Like I forget the dudes' names, the guitar players. They were ripping it, you know. But
can't all be winners.
No, they can't. But hey, the lesson learned today, boils and ghouls, is fucking rip up some King Diamond and Mercyful Fate and throw it on your motherfucking record or CD player or the digital shit because it'll change your life.
Here's a recommendation from Juice Pro Wrestling Podcast and Shlak.
That's right, motherfuckers. Hey, how many songs you guys got coming out on your new record?
13.
Fuck yeah. Are you guys putting that out yourselves or through a label?
We're in the middle of, it's like someone is put, I think Horror, Pain, Gore, Death is putting.
Mike Giuliano.
Mike's putting the CD out, and I think Haunted Hotel Records is putting the vinyl out. I don't know.
No shit.
Yeah. So
hell yeah. Cheers to you for that, brother. That's fucking killer, man.
I mean, I've been doing this shit long enough. Hopefully I don't got to pay to press the fucking shit.
Right. And it's, dude, like, it's cool because we got going on with the wrestling shit too. Like, you know, wrestling and metal and punk. I mean, that's, and like comedy and shit, that's our wheelhouse, you know, too. It's just, it's awesome. You don't see a lot of it, like the true underground, like you're saying. We try to run the show like this, you know, me and Bodie, the other guy who can't be here tonight. Dude, we're fucking death metal grindcore vocalists, but we're huge fucking wrestling fans, and we have been since we're kids, you know, and we try to do that underground thing too and just keep it real, like, because you don't hear too much of that, the real underground music and wrestling coming together.
I'm on the fucking podcast, dude. I don't do many of these podcasts. I'm doing it because you're wearing a fucking GG Allin shirt and an anal cunt hat, dude. You know what I mean? Gotta do underground, bro. Underground, you know. And that's it. Dude, that's all the fucking fun shit. That's where all the creative shit comes from, dude. Everything else going up the ladder gets fucking recycled, and all those ideas get stolen from the underground. That's how it's always been, dude. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, in anything, man.
I mean, it sucks that, you know, usually the guys at the bottom of the fucking ladder usually don't get the credit as deserved. You know what I mean? Somebody comes around and configures it a little bit and gets all the fucking credit, but whatever. The true motherfuckers know what's up.
That's fuck yeah, that's for certain. Hey, are you watching like anything else like a wrestling? I mean, we all grew up fucking fans and whatnot. Is there anything other than like Deathmatch that you're watching now in the US right now? Any major shit?
I like all wrestling, don't get me wrong. I just prefer to represent myself with Deathmatch wrestling.
Right.
Just like I like a lot of different types of music. I just prefer to represent myself with loud, extremely abrasive fucking grind and death metal and just annoying music to begin with, you know. But yeah, for sure, dude. I like a lot of like
what are you watching that you're fucking enjoying right now?
Yeah, I mean, I like Japanese wrestling. I'm a big fan of that. I'm a big fan of Mexican, you know, stuff. UK's coming up, but I like the lower tiers of everything. I don't really like mass-produced anything, really, because I feel like it saps the fucking creativity out of it. Like, look at WWE. They're writing people's like fucking promos. Where's the magic in that, dude? The magic is you hand the fucking microphone to some dude, and hey, every once in a while there's a shitter. You know what I'm saying?
Bullet points, kids. There's the layout for our episode tonight. Fuck you.
That's, you know, you don't want to be kayfabe, bro. You don't want to give the magic away. Come on. You know, I'm sure, you know, some of the fucking, some of like AEW is probably good. I'm sure there's some shit.
Did you watch? Well, let me ask you this. Did you watch when Gage fucking did that shit with Jericho?
Snicky's my fucking boy, dude. You know what I'm saying? I had to watch it, you know? And he was like, you know, doing it for the the underground, dude. You know what I mean? He was representing the fucking, you know, it's like, yeah, one of our guys fucking kicked through the fucking door, you know what I mean? And rubbing in everyone's faces. Yeah. Validation, you know, whatever you want to call it. You know, of course, support the fucking, you know, the boys. And, you know, people have their reservations about it and all that shit, you know. On one hand, I think maybe it's slightly harmful because too many eyes are getting on it, and stuff like this shouldn't have too many eyes on it.
Yeah.
You know, then it might get under the wrong, under the wrong eye of some specific people, and then it might, you know, then you get like Philadelphia and New York, where the fucking, you know, the laws get restricted, and then you can't do certain things. So maybe that's a bad idea, having it on such a high platform. But then on the coin, it's like, ha, look at us, asshole. We're doing deathmatch wrestling on fucking TV. You know what I mean? So it's like a love-hate thing, you know? And
For sure.
Nicky was here before me, so who the fuck am I to say, you know, what's right and what's wrong, you know?
Yeah. What about what's going on with you? You do anything with GCW still?
Nah, I don't. Right now I'm focused on XPW and No Holds Barred ICW. I think they're the two fucking best wrestling companies going nowadays. They're not the biggest, they're not the best, but they're doing shit that nobody else is doing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The higher you go up on the tier, you know, the more cookie cutter you get. You know, ICW is all the fucking bruisers, dude. All the dudes that lay it the fuck in and beat the living shit out of each other. It's nonstop fucking gore. It's the craziest shit going. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm about to go to Australia with No Holds Barred. You know, they got, to me, they get all the best fucking, you know, snot-nosed fucking hardcore dudes on the independents. You know, XPW has XPW TV. Like I said, it's got fucking tits, you know.
It's got the brand recognition too. I mean, you know, Darkside did them some flavors, you know.
XPW has been around before everyone. How is it that XPW lasted fucking ECW and more or less CZW? I know CZW's alive, but it's in the complete shitter. And
I almost wore my CZ Dub shirt tonight, dude.
Dude, I love CZW. That's where I started, dude. You know, I can't shit on CZW. You know, that stuff got me, you know, into deathmatch wrestling pretty much. You know, so I can't really pitch on that. You know what I mean? But the world needs XPW right now. The world needs fucking people like Shlak nowadays. Because I don't put up with the fucking hypocritical bullshit, dude. I stick to my guns. I say, fuck you. I'm going to do whatever the fuck I want, whenever the fuck I want, whether you like it or not, dude. You know, you don't have to fucking tune in. You don't have to watch XPW. You don't have to watch porn. You don't have to watch me be an asshole. You don't have to listen to me play songs about smoking crack and fucking robbing people and stabbing people. You don't have to listen or tune in to any of that shit. You're your own person. You can turn it the fuck off. But guess what? There's a market for all this shit. And the world needs fucking counterculture right now and an alternative fucking, you know, source of all this mainstream PC Twitter horse shit, dude. You know, like I said, the world needs people like fucking Shlak now, dude. You know, and I've been doing this shit for 25 years close to. What I want, how I want to do it, and I've been paying my bills and fucking staying afloat and staying relevant in multiple fucking avenues and multiple fucking mediums. You know, so go ahead, try and take me the fuck down. You can't, motherfucker. You can't. You can't. And no one's going to take down XPW right now. It's what the fucking world needs. It's what the wrestling world needs right now.
Fuck yeah. I totally agree, dude. I'm on board.
Right.
Fucking right there with you.
I think there's there's an underbelly of society that doesn't like to speak up because like it's going to fucking hurt them because people are so goddamn judgmental nowadays. They bitch and complain. They bitch and complain about people being negative or harsh or whatever or judgmental. Meanwhile, they are more judgmental than the people they're fucking saying are judgmental. It's And everyone says I'm the one that's nuts. Dude, you're the one that's fucking nuts. You know?
You hate me and I hate you.
Right. GG's gone.
Dude, the early GG shit, like where he did everything, 1980s rock and roll and shit. That fucking shit rips.
Oh, dude, I love it. Ever hear the like real early stuff where he played drums like Love Triangle and stuff like that?
Mm-hmm.
That's when GG would wear dresses and shit.
Yeah, but his voice was fucking killer then,
That was like a shot at trying to be I wouldn't say mainstream, but trying to make it per se. And still abrasive at that point. So that was like
dude, Shlak, you gotta get a petition going. We should try to get a movement so we can get a GG Allin fucking hologram. Can you imagine that?
Like 3D like shit flying into the crowd. That'd be amazing.
That'd be awesome. You have to wear glasses, like
right.
It'd be funny after the concert to interview the people had to make the all hologram, and like it's like a team of 20 people and 15 were like, yeah, we worked like 4.5 months on that, like shit in his hand and throw it into the crowd move.
3-dimensional microphone that he shoves up his ass and then he goes over the crowd and you see some duty on the end of it. I mean,
we worked on this for 4.5 months.
it was the shit.
Us and like another 1,000 people will think it rules, but whatever. Drop $1 million on it.
You got any live gigs coming up with your band? You guys gonna be playing out?
Actually, on the 18th, we're playing Brooklyn with that band Pink Mass. You ever hear Pink Mass?
I don't think I have.
Show in like 4 years. They're like they're a grind band, and they all wear like S&M masks and big huge dildos hanging between their legs and fucking.
You don't say.
You will love it. Trust me, it's awesome. They wear like they have like girls like in bondage and dog cages on the stage and shit.
Ooh, Sren, you need to go. You're a single guy. It sounds like a good time for you.
I'll get myself ready.
Yeah, he's gonna show up in like corpse paint. Like Sren's like 7 feet tall. He's sitting down. You can't tell now, but it'd be fucking hilarious.
I'm a suit and tie guy. I'll wear a fucking suit and tie to a show like that. I don't give a shit.
That's how you stick out. Everyone's gonna have leather on. You know what I mean?
Like everyone's gonna be dressed like Manowar.
Yes, I hope that would be amazing.
Oh man, dude, it's so. Oh man, you gotta be a little PC these days. But as a kid, you look at that shit and it's like it's just we'll say cheesy.
That's the code word.
Yeah, that's the code word. Cheesy, dude.
Really cheesy.
Yeah, really cheesy. It was like, man, that doesn't seem tough. That's not what I want in my metal. I want to pummeling shit. Like, give me some fucking Slayer.
Well, you don't like Sign of the Hammer?
Yeah. No. I'll tell you what though, I do fuck with Grim Reaper. And shout out to Steve Grimmett. We've had him on the show, dude. He's fucking awesome.
Yo, dude, I am a massive fucking Grim Reaper fan.
Really?
Massive Grim Reaper fan, dude.
Dude, you gotta check it out. Or hang with him. He was cool. He told me the story behind Suck It and See. I've been wondering that for years.
Amazing, dude. Did you ever see them play live?
No.
Dude, they did a tour right before Grimmett. Did he just die too?
No,
I think he just died.
No, he's not dead. He lost a leg.
Okay, I know he's in a wheelchair.
Yeah, he lost a leg, but he's still kicking it.
He did a tour right before that when he was still kind of going. And dude, it was either Midnight and Shitfucker were playing at an alternate venue. And dude, that, Shitfucker rules as far as I'm concerned. And Midnight is awesome, And
yeah, play with them dudes.
I'm underground too, so even cooler, And I definitely wanted to see him, but I've seen both those bands before, and I've never seen Grim Reaper. And I'm like, dude, there's no way I could pass this up. So I went to see Grim Reaper in this small, like 200 capacity fucking bar, and there was like 40 people there because everyone was at the Midnight and Shitfucker show. It sold out. Dude, it was so
I'd take it.
So awesome, especially to hear songs that I know every word to and every goddamn air guitar riff.
Fear No Evil, dude. Fucking gets me hard in the mornings on the way to work. I'm like, I will own the fucking day. Fear No Evil number.
Hell, dude.
Dude, that's fucking awesome. Fucking with Grim Reaper.
Reaper, dude. I love all the art was awesome. Man, I love that super like falsetto shit, dude. And
yeah.
And he's like super underrated. He was one of the best ever at that shit.
Yeah. Oh yeah, dude. And you know what? Now that I sit here thinking about it, realizing right now in the moment why maybe I accept King Diamond, because dude, I Grim Reaper, I learned about him through Beavis and Butthead, like a lot of people did, you know, back in the fucking early 90s. And I was like, man, yeah, it's cheesy. It's fun. It's funny, you know, it's whatever. But then I remember I started really listening to him again when I first joined the Crypt, and we were going out on our first tour, and like there was a lot of that, Rick Astley and fucking Technotronic and weird shit playing. We'd be pulling up the shows and people are like, these guys are real cheesy, man.
You see the trailer for the new Beavis and Butthead movie?
Yeah, Do the Universe.
Oh, it looks awesome.
Dude, I can't wait. I saw the last one in the theater, man. I wish this one would have came out in the theater.
It'd probably go like straight to Netflix or Amazon or something.
Yeah, well, it is. It's on it's coming on Paramount Plus.
Oh, okay. Oh, is that what? Yeah. Dude, did you see that fucking show? Macgruber? Did you see the Macgruber?
Yes.
Oh my god! It's fucking hilarious.
When did you watch Macgruber?
The movies are amazing, dude.
Yeah, yeah.
When I first saw those, I was like, "There's no way this is gonna be funny. It looks corny as fuck, dude." And dude, those movies were super, racy. They were super, fucked up. They were good, man.
Yeah, dude. The TV, what was it? It was Peacock that was streaming that, I think.
Peacock, Paramount, I don't know, same fuck.
It's a silly name. I didn't come up with it. Don't blame me. Yes, that's what you do. You peacock. What else you watching? You big horror fan? I mean, dude, as we wind down here, this is something I want to cover because, dude, you're a fucking great tattoo artist too, and just you could draw like a motherfucker. And I used to be able to draw, and now I just doodle fucking superheroes here and there. Where did that come from? How long you been? I know you've been in the tattoo game for a long time, but when did you start drawing and shit?
I mean, forever. I can't even remember.
Little kid, right?
I mean, my dad is a fucking fucked up biker, covered in tattoos. And when I was 16 years old, my dad bought a tattoo machine for me. And he's like, here, you draw all the time. Why don't you make some money by tattooing your friends and learn how to do this? I don't know if that's exactly good parenting, but it put me in a good spot. You know what I mean? So I've been tattooing. I mean, I was fucking my friends up for years. And then I finally did it the right way and got an apprenticeship when I was 21, maybe 20. I've been tattooing ever since, I mean, when someone asks me what I am, that's what I tell them. Yes, I'm a deathmatch wrestler. Yes, rock star, whatever corny thing you want to say that is. But dude, I'm a fucking 25-year tattooer, man. You know what I mean? That's the reason why I became a wrestler, and the reason why I played music or got to tour and do it so much and really focus on both those things is because tattooing gave me the opportunity to free up my schedule to do those things at a high volume and a high rate. You know what I mean? So when someone asks me, that's usually what I say. But
who's some of the boys you've tattooed? I know you tagged Casanova. I saw that video, dude. That was fucking hilarious.
That documentary or whatever didn't come out because that little clip of what me and Casanova did and that was fucking good, right?
Yeah, that was funny. I saw the show on YouTube.
The whole documentary was supposed to be about deathmatch wrestling and what the people do in their other spare time,
Yeah.
Hosted by Casanova. And I don't know, I guess he had a falling out with the fucking director or something. But it's a shame that didn't proceed. But some of the boys, I just tattooed Homicide.
Really? What did he get? 187?
He got Abby tattooed on his knuckles because his daughter was named after Abdul the Butcher. So
no shit.
Abby on his knuckles.
That's fucking awesome. Cheers to that.
Homicide's a man. That's my boy. Well, I don't know. My tag team partner, Dan O'Hare, that I played the band with. it's like a fucking blur, dude. You know how many times I get hit in the head a week?
Oh yeah. A dozen, a million.
I'll fire out some names as we go here.
Yeah, no problem. Who's some of your like when you start drawing and shit, like who are some of your favorite artists? Like where do you get that shit from? Is it like you're a Frazetta guy, or are you like a comic book dude?
That's why my tattooing, I think, succeeded and stuck out, because all my influences weren't other tattooers. All my influences were like, splatter punk art, and like skateboard art, and like, dude, Tales from the Crypt, Jack Davis, dude. That's like,
yes,
God, dude. You know what I mean? Especially like Mad Magazine, dude. Mad Magazine, Jack Davis, all the art he did in Mad Magazine and all the shit he did for Tales from the Crypt. That's like, even the show Tales from the Crypt, we're talking about horror movies. Like, dude, that stuff is like the fucking, the modern Bible to me anyway, of what horror is supposed to be. Like that one episode, Cutting Cards, with Lance Hendrickson, when they're fucking.
Yeah, I just watched it. Yeah.
Even like the fucking score. Listen to the music. The way the score was written for that thing is so fucking awesome, dude. But everything about Tales from the Crypt.
Dude, I'm with you 110%. I've been telling these guys I have all the seasons packed in a box somewhere. So I just been using NWI Fire Sticks, Chris Montez. His Fire Stick shit he hooked me up with, and watching all the seasons. And dude, yeah, that fucking card one, man, where they're like the two gambling dudes that can't stop. It's like one upping each other and cutting each other's fingers off, and Russian roulette. Like, it's intense, dude.
That's really good. Cutting Cards is the name of that episode. But yeah, dude, that that kind of stuff. Like you said, Frazetta's great. I mean, who doesn't like that? Like Conan the Barbarian, hyper realism type stuff.
You like Alex Ross?
Yeah, of course. Let's see, who else do I? There's this guy, Herman Majaya, that used to draw for Mad Magazine. That dude's fucking amazing. But dude, Todd McFarlane was a big influence, I guess, when I was,
Yeah. He was like one of the most detailed dudes, and like Image Comics.
Sure.
When you transition to them as a kid, like all the best Marvel and DC artists, all these guys went there, but all their comics were all like super detailed. Even guys like Eric Larson and Savage Dragon, like it was pencil-y type style, sketch style, but dude, the detail on those were so amazing. Tom McFarlane, and then he transitioned it over to his toy line, which is insane,
Violator, dude, come on. How awesome is the Violator? It's the spawn of the devil, dude.
And he's called the Violator. That was so dope. I still have the Bendy fucking action figure from when I was a kid.
But dude, like, but nothing beats old, Vault of Horror and the Science and the Tales.
Do you have any of those old DC comics?
Vault of Horror and the entire fucking Tales of the Crypt, like collection books. You know what I mean? Those big ass like thing. They got all the issues and put them all together.
Like hardcovers and shit?
Yeah, I have a couple loose ones, like individual issues, but not, and then I got some reprints, I guess. But I do have every single issue in the compilation books. But like I said, that's like the best gore ever drawn ever. Nothing beats that shit, dude. That stuff is infused in my head.
Yeah, dude. It's so fucking good. Hey, man. And speaking of like your art and shit, because dude, everybody can see that shit on Instagram. Let everybody know right now where they can find you at, and where they can buy some fucking Shlak merch and support and watch fucking XPW on June 25th.
All my shit can be found at Shlak 187, Facebook, Instagram. Used to be on Twitter, but I'm banned from Twitter for too much blood. So go fuck yourself. I don't want to be on Twitter anyway.
Friends with you.
My website to get Shlak merch and other assorted unpleasantries and like bands that I'm in at the current moment in time is www.nogodonlyshlak. Let's see. What do I got coming up? I got the Eat the Turnbuckle documentary is coming out. I don't know.
Oh, nice.
It's got like tons of cameos from like fucking Merle, Gigi's brother. Jeff Clayton does a cameo.
Nice.
Fucking the Necro Butcher, fucking a ton of people you can name, people in music, Terrence from Suffocation.
Fuck yeah, dude. Love Terrence.
Fucking so many fucking, there's like 40 cameos in it. And we filmed every single show from the beginning of Eat the Turnbuckle to the last one. We gave them all to they spent like $30,000 on this fucking documentary, dude. It's going to come to Amazon, and we're trying to get it on Netflix. It's got like the barbecues on it. It's got Obscene Extreme. It's got fucking everything, you know, from its beginning, the 10-year span of the entire band. That should be coming out, and if you like, it's in its final phase right now of editing. So that should be coming out. We'll have like a premiere in a movie theater somewhere or some shit like that. But that should be coming out in a couple months. I'm going to fucking Australia with ICW in September, I think. XPW is every other month at this time. Soon it's going to be every month and every other month in Los Angeles. And the alternating months will be in a different city across the country. Like I said, Philadelphia is probably going to be the first one. The next show is called Beautiful Disaster. There's an 8-woman tournament to get to crown the first ever XPW female title holder. There's 3 or 4 death matches on the card too. It's me versus Big fucking Joe from England. It's Miedo Extremo from Mexico versus Masada. It's Ciclope versus Alex
Colon. Yeah.
Unannounced match yet that I cannot spell at this time or expose at this time.
You can expose yourself if you want. Swear will just put a block over it.
Block, unfortunately. Human Awfuls video for the Crippler. That song's gonna drop soon. The album is gonna drop soon. You can catch me wrestling for Circle 6, XPW, and No Holds Barred, ICW, you know, pretty much every single month. I'm not here for a long time, but Shlak is here for a good time. You know, come join me on my journey of assholeness, you know, because hopefully, like me, I hope you get turned on by seeing other people get turned off. And that's what XPW and that's what Shlak's about. And it looks like that's what Juice Pro Wrestling Podcast is also the fuck about. So tune in, www.NoGodOnlyShlak.com.
What can I say but wet 'em up, wet 'em up, wet 'em up. Wet 'em up!
So fucking wet. For Shlak and XPW on June 25th, and if you don't order through 5 Timmy, I'll come and fuck your face.
You gonna do sex to me?
Did you like that video? If so, be sure to hit like and subscribe and check out more killer content from your boys at Juice Pro Wrestling. Whoa, yeah!